both be lies. Can you ever get it right? How long will I let this lie? Hit up my girls, pull up, I'm outside, waiting by the curb. Too upset to drive you, getting on my nerves. We gon' get lit on this ride. I look too good to fight. Don't expect me to come home tonight. Don't worry about me, see you in the morning. Bet you never thought that I would leave. Think I had about enough. I mean, hold up, you could call me on my bluff. I ain't coming, don't wait up. You gon' miss this body. Too late, oh I'm sorry. Bet you never thought that I would leave. Had about enough. Hold up, call me on my bluff. I ain't coming, don't wait up. I ain't coming, don't wait up. Tryna get you to wake up. I ain't coming, don't wait up. Can't ignore my intuition, baby. I know you're typing every game you try to play. You know you could get replaced, ayy. Cause I won't track around, no dead weight. Hit up my girls, pull up, I'm outside, waiting by the curb. Too upset to drive you, getting on my nerves. So we gon' get lit on this ride. I look too good tonight, and I just wanna have a good time. Don't worry about me, see you in the morning. Bet you never thought that I would leave. Think I had about enough. I mean, hold up, you could call me on my bluff. I ain't coming, don't wait up. You gon' miss this body. Too late, oh I'm sorry. Bet you never thought that I would leave. Had about enough. Hold up, call me on my bluff. I ain't coming, don't wait up. I ain't coming, don't wait up. Tryna get you to wake up. I ain't coming, don't wait up. Gonna lead a drama, cause I'm too grown. Let you deal with that alone. I'ma get back when I do, don't call my phone and don't leave the lights on for me. Don't worry about me, see you in the morning. Bet you never thought that I would leave. Think I had about enough. I mean, hold up, you could call me on my bluff. I ain't
Oh, yes. Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear. Let's get this going, man.
I'm here with you, damn it.
And you can slice. You can slice the face. You can slice the chest. Shout out to Jason.
It all comes back to one thing.
But it's not for children, no. I'm fucking with grown folks right now.
Come on, man.
Raiders, make sure remind folks to put Q colon in front of their questions so that grabs my attention.
Put a key in front of it.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Goddamn YouTube correctional officers. I hope they pay you well. Glad everybody stopped by, having a real good time, my guy. Rocky coming through, let him know he shoot goddamn rope for the bug out.
Pause.
Ron, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Ian, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member.
You know, they're gonna be like, he was a good man. Yeah!
Make sure you pedal the like button. Put me back in the goddamn algorithm.
Emotional, damn it.
Fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on.
I think that everybody's on Sabinza's balls. They got them both cupped with the hands, like kind of like this. Like, let me cup them for you.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Chris, you know you got the goddamn hooked on phonics, sir. Here we go. I'm ambidextrous.
What more do you want from me?
I'm not a goddamn mathematician. I don't think Dwayne is here. My resident mathematician. Let's get it going real quick, man. Let's go, go, go. Make sure you hit that like button so we can get this going. absolutely making this stuff happen. My name is Marine X. Hopefully you had a good day. You're having a good day. All of that good stuff. And I'm just glad to, be here for another live stream, making some stuff happen. Always keeping stuff interesting. Of course, we like to mix stuff up and just represent and just have a good time. We talked about survival stuff, man cave stuff, EDC stuff. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad that you're here. Absolutely fantastic, man. Let's get this going real quick, man. Put a Q colon in front of your stuff. A Q and a colon in front of your comments will ensure that I see your stuff as we continue to go on throughout the night. I want to do a knife company tier maker list. We might do some reaction comment as well, but I really want to do some knife company tier maker lists because some of these companies are fucking shitty,
Hey,
Boosie.
bro,
No,
come on now, dog.
some of them are.
Come on, man.
Now that I've gotten a little bit of experience with these companies, I can't say all exclusively just like 100% that they're all complete trash, but a lot of them are leaving a lot on the court. Okay, let's just put it like that. They're leaving a lot on the court. And so, make sure first off, let's just see who's in the mix, who's already kicked the goddamn door in. Jason, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member, sir. We appreciate that. He says, yo, what up to you as well? Derek, thanks for stopping by, man. He says, Lima, Charlie, loud and clear. Jesse's giving the same confirmation as well. I appreciate both of y'all making it happen. Anthony says, I missed last night. Glad I caught this one, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. And I'm glad you're here as well. Mr. Goody says, do you think Gerber knives are poopy, sir? I mean, we're going to get to that one. We're definitely going to get to that one. And y'all are going to also scoop me because, I'm the peasant-in-chief, right? EDC peasant-in-chief. I don't pretend to know everything. I'm not pretending to know all things when it comes to this EDC knife type of crap. Cam, I appreciate you stopping by as well. We just kind of make stuff happen as well. I'm going to start off the evening, just kind of keep the shit copacetic, man. So we're going to start off with an espresso. I already got my shit poured up, ready to rock and roll. Let me take a sip before the shit gets cold. It's not that bad. Shameless self-promotion, man. I'm using my own goddamn coasters. Of course, hit that goddamn like button.
Are you not entertained?
So we can make that happen as well. Link is in the description, man, if you want to pick up version number 2 of the Marine X coaster. So we're going to have that espresso. We're going to have a San Cristobal cigar. I've never had this before. Revelation. I've never heard of it. Never had it before. Maybe you guys know more about it. Let me get that shit in your face a little bit more. Pretty dope looking wrapper. Has like a parrot on there. And so it's a decent size. This looks like about an hour-and-a-half smoker. A lot of different detailing on this band. I don't know anything about this. I think that I got this in one of my monthly cigar boxes. So my cigar, I subscribe to 2 different cigar boxes, right? And, one of them is jrcigars.com. And jrcigars.com is one of my favorite companies, mainly because I could just give them some money. They send me a bunch of sticks. That's what happened here. And then we also have the same thing with Pravada Cigar Club, which is a fantastic thing as well. Coming through with the $20 super chat, making that shit happen. Spartan Blades make some outstanding fixed blade knives. Sir, you got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, sir. With that being said, ladies, it's time for you to hit the goddamn stage and pick up this goddamn money. I appreciate it real quick, ladies. Get that shit going real quick, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. We appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Bob. I agree with you. Spartan does have some fantastic stuff. I guess this gives me an opportunity to get my stuff sparked up real quick. Ladies, you know the procedures. Give me a second to make this happen. Of course, if we get any super chats of $20 or more, ladies always make their appearance. So we appreciate that. So I'm glad they made a super early appearance for you guys. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button as well.
Are you not entertained?
Let me take these goddamn bands off. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. No, really, ladies, get off that pole before you hurt yourself. Shout out to live stream sponsor Tisfa. Listen, Tisfa has been impressing me. I told you guys that I do a lot of live streams, and I was very picky about finding a cigar sponsor. And so Tisfa is the company I landed on for my cigar accessories. Link is in the description. They have been knocking it out of the park with these dual like cutter cigar combinations, because cigar lighter combinations, they got the butane insert on the butane indicator on the side, tells you how much fuel you have left. This new one they have is like a black, but it feels textured. I can't really describe it. Their logos are really goofy looking. That's the biggest complaint. They have a sister company called Zyphy. So Zyphy and Tisfa, the same thing on Amazon. But they sent this new one out here, guillotine style lighter cutter, all in one type cutter, which I think is just freaking smart as shit. So we're gonna use this on here versus my V cut, which I like a V cut, I like a punch, but we'll use this guillotine, man, just to get the tip through there only. Just the tip. Just the tip. All right, ladies, you know the procedures. Super sharp guillotine. Yeah, I like that. I'm a big fan of that. And then you can literally just flip it to the other side and use the lighter. Like, how freaking convenient is that type of shit, man? Q code in front of your stuff will gain my attention. There's so many different companies. Now, some companies, because I've had so much experience, whether they've sent me some stuff, you know, and we're going to actually add Spartan blades to the list. LPG. I'm glad you mentioned them. Let me download Spartan Blades logo. We're going to add them to the list. We're going to add them to the list because, you know, we got Bradford and Tops Knives and Essie. There's so many companies that are making fantastic fixies that I don't want to just ignore everybody as, goddamn, their logo is kind of dope. Is that their logo? The little Spartan shit right there? Yeah, I like that shit. Let's go with this one here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's save that image. We're gonna add that to our tier maker list. Put that in downloads. Now we do have a nice group of listing here. Now some of these I have no experience with, so I'm just, you know, I want to just kind of keep it to, you know, really just keep it to those companies that I know for a fact I got a really good acquaintance with and stuff like that. But we're gonna put Spartan up here because I have one of their blades. Let me put them right behind Benchmade. All right, so we're gonna jump into some of these as well, man. And just, if y'all guys, now I want to base this list on a couple of things, okay? I want to base this on the company's warranty. I've gone through and I've researched the warranty. I didn't research Spartan's warranty because we just added them to the list. But everybody else, I've already gone through and researched their warranty. Do they have one? Does it exist whatsoever? Second thing is, are they made in America? It's not a requirement, but I've just noticed that companies that are make their stuff in America has a better warranty process, usually has like a different level of integrity. I don't know why, it's just my experience. This is all anecdotal, okay? This is all anecdotal. Do they offer services like sharpening, you know, maintenance type services, whatever? Do they sell to the military? Can I buy them on the military website? How's their relationship with vets, right? And then what's the value? Value meaning if they're offering all sorts of stuff and they're absolutely making different things happen as well. We're just kind of wondering, like, you know, are we getting the fantastic value out of that stuff? Battalion Stallion, stand up, man, coming through with the next super chat, sir. Would you like to come to the front of the classroom? LPG, are you interested to come to the front of the classroom? You're completely uninterested in coming to the front of the classroom. Then put them goddamn titties on my screen, making the shit happen, sir. Yeah, with the $100 super chat coming through, making the shit happen. He says, yes, sir, that logo, making that shit happen, man. We appreciate that shit, man. Make sure y'all put that goddamn BDE in the chat. Put that goddamn BDE in the chat, man, so we can get that shit going real quick. I'm going to follow my own goddamn directions. If you're a channel member, put a goddamn BDE in the chat real quick. Make that shit happen. Ladies, you know the goddamn procedures. Get that goddamn bag and pick this shit up. Get that goddamn bag and pick this shit up and make that shit happen, man. Absolutely getting the shit going down real quick. Man, you know what, LPG? Let me make you the stream sponsor, my guy. We'll make you the stream sponsor, man. We're gonna make you the stream sponsor. So So yeah, biggest dono, man, becomes a stream sponsor for the day, man. We appreciate that stuff, making that shit happen. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. Get off that pole before you hurt yourself. Before we jump into this tier list, man, if I want to know, what were you guys carrying today? What is on your mind for today? Any interesting facts that happened today? I don't give a fuck what the topic is. Life, politics, kids, whatever the case may be. Drop that shit in chat so we can make that stuff happen. Other folks join the chat as well. So let's see. We got Anthony here. We said that it says, Brandon, what up, man? Thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully you're doing well. You're having a good day as well. Let's see. Elvino says, I need some espresso right now. Sir, come pull up a goddamn chair, man. Come take a seat. Come take a seat, man. I'll pour you up real quick. You want a straight espresso? You need a little bit of goddamn milk in there. You want an Americano? My guy. Make the shit happen as well. The 186 Element is here as well. He says, my first live in quite some time. Sir, well, thank you for stopping by, man. We appreciate you. Let me take a goddamn sip of this shit. We do appreciate you making it happen. Phytonic saying, yo, his mind is blown with that super chat, man. Yeah, we appreciate that support, man. That's straight diaper money. We can make that stuff happen. He says, Emmett says, what about Kubi? Now, Kubi has sent me knives before. And I sent, let me see. Simplify, did I send you Kubi knives? Simplify just stepped into the chat. I can't remember, did I send you a Kubi knife or was that another brand? Kubi has sent me knives before, and once I put a strap on them, a little bit of honing, they weren't bad, right? They were not bad at all. Nice guy, B. Thanks for stopping by, sir. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Dusted off the Spyderco Nirvana. That is a throwback of throwbacks, man. How's it feel to get that thing back in the pocket? I just realized y'all are still looking at top down. How does it feel to get that thing back in the pocket? Semper Fi, man. Thanks for kicking the door. It was a Kubi. Okay. Let's see. Justin is here as well. What up, man? This tier maker list for these companies. We might have to add some. Y'all are going to school me on some of these because I don't either know what some of these logos are. This is a list that I found and I curated. I modified it a little bit. And as well as I also just didn't know what some of these logos are, or I've never handled any of their knives, right? Emmett says, what age would you teach your kids how to handle a knife safely? My son is 6 and I started showing him. That's a great question, Emmett. So my daughter, my 8-year-old daughter has a Victorinox Swiss Army knife, and she has one that doesn't have a knife in it. Or does it have a knife? It's the A-Lox. Let me see. Let me grab an A-Lox because I know I have more than one. Hold on. So I think the A-Lox does have a knife inside, but I like to start my kiddos off on Victorinox Swiss Army knives. Now, this does have a drop point knife inside, but it's really good for teaching her safety. Now, if you really want to get your kid started with something that doesn't have a blade in it, you can always get them a Leatherman style. Let me grab that. The Leatherman style is basically, it's a good starter blade as well because it doesn't have a blade, but it does have some functionality that can make your kiddos feel important. It has a pair of scissors. It does have a pair of pliers in it, so they can, little butterfly pliers in this thing. And then it has a file, which you can kind of use like a knife by just using the slotted screwdriver at the end here. You can use that for puncturing. This is a TSA-friendly multi-tool. This is why Leatherman sells it. I take this thing through TSA whenever I travel. It doesn't have a blade on it. This would be a good starter for a child. So my 8-year-old, she carries an actual Victorinox. She has an A-Lox. She doesn't have, this is a special edition A-Lox, but she has something similar to this. She carries it to school. She's good to go. We followed the rules. We got all the rules. We're in Texas, a little bit, a lot more lenient when it comes to stuff down here about that. My 14-year-old, she carries a buck knife. She can't take it to school. She lives in Virginia. Her specific county has a lot of different rules about that type of stuff. But so for me, I would just say, whatever you think is appropriate for your child. My 2 boys, they are some fucking knuckleheads. My oldest boys, I will probably be more, he's 2. My other son will be 2 next month. They're 10 months apart. Mrs. X is a fucking baddie, okay? Okay, she's a fucking baddie. I did shoot the club up real close
Hey,
together.
bro, come on now, dog.
All right, so my boys are 10 months apart.
Come on, man.
Let's see. It says it sits on my desk and opens packages. Man, yeah, I'm glad I was able to send that out, man, because they sent me out several. I know I knew I wasn't going to use all of them. And it just kind of makes life easier to just give it away, not be gluttonous, etc., etc., etc. Drift coming through, finally not kicking the hinges off my goddamn door. We appreciate that stuff, man. JSASL. Hey, man, next time make a tier list of EDC community. Man, he's coming through. He's like, man, come through and shoot that goddamn shot, man. He said, shoot that shot. That is that would be some interesting stuff of like the actual EDC community. I would have to be freaking ballsy to do some stuff like that. What up, Marine? You are awesome, says Sci-Fi HQ, sir. Well, thank you, sir. Sounds like you got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, man. Sleep None says, what up? My first live chat on your channel. Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Y'all are just having a good old time tonight, man. Giant Mouse is in the house. One badass little fixie, especially the Oak City left. Listen, I just ordered a slip from 3 Sons Leather. And I think that's a fantastic thing. Another thing I think is a goddamn fantastic thing coming through with the super chat, sir, making the shit happen. Battalion Stallion, stand up, ma'am. Let them know that you're about to introduce the rest of the ladies coming through with the $20 super chat saying, what is your take on Mick Strider Custom Knives? Now, Mick Strider, the actual maker himself, I know that he had a close relationship with the Halpern Titanium Company. So the Halpern Titanium Company are the owners of Three Rivers Knives. And I know that some of their knives are heavily influenced by his design, but I don't know if I have like super specific opinion about. I would love to. Matter of fact, let me do a quick field trip while we do that goddamn field trip. Ladies, please hit that goddamn poll. Make that shit happen real quick. Don't think I wasn't having y'all come out, man. He did just drop that goddamn $20 super chat. Yeah. Making that shit happen, man. Okay. Get that shit going real quick while we look up this goddamn Mick. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button. Put that goddamn BDE in the chat real quick while we make this shit happen. Give me that goddamn long D.
Pause.
I'm just saying, give me that shit as well. All that shit in the goddamn chat. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. No, really, get off that fucking pole. We may need you later. Go watch them goddamn titties. They looking real good. Mick Strider Custom Knives. Now, I would love to know, like, here's the thing. I was watching Sharif the other day, or actually earlier today. He was talking about the Benchmade bailout controversy with the new pricing, which I completely, I was completely 100% dick riding with what he had to say.
Pause.
Okay, like Sharif he was hitting the nail on the head. When it came to the pricing, when it came to the new Benchmade bailout, and he's a custom knife maker. So the thing about custom knife makers is I use my knives, and a lot of this stuff, if I were to get it, I would feel really bad if I took it through its paces. So let's go to available knives and see what's available right now. Nothing available right now. So for instance here, let's see. This ATAX kind of draws my attention almost immediately. This shit here fucking absolutely looks fantastic. It has CPM 20 CV steel, which is an American-made steel. It has titanium lock slide, and then it has a titanium pocket clip. It's a beautiful looking knife. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture of it. Beautiful looking, but I use my shit kind of hard. So it's hard for me sometimes to have a grill knife or have aspirations for a grill knife when I know I'm going to put it through the ringer. Like, I know it's going to happen. Like, I know it's going to happen. And so it's like, I know that we have this stuff going on. So, like, do I want to get a grill knife? Don't I want to get a grill knife? I got to think about that. I would have to think about that. Q colon in front of your stuff will gain my attention. We're going to do this tier maker list here in a second. Let me just see if I'm missing anything over here in the comments. Before we jump over there, let's see. So the giant mouse, I would love to get my hands on a giant mouse. What is like whether it's a fixie or a folder, I really want to get my hands on a giant mouse. It doesn't have to be a collaboration. It doesn't have to be anything like that. I just really would love to check one out. Mr. Goody says, love your stuff. Needed to review the boomsticks as well. Listen, I really want to try to get into that. The issue is I'm nervous about the shadow ban on YouTube. I know you can talk about gun content on YouTube. However, the gun creators I talk to in the background on YouTube, they have a strong Patreon channel membership community because a lot of their videos get put on limited ads or sometimes they struck down for no ads, meaning that YouTube won't push your content, or if it does push, and let's say you have a video that hits 1 million views with limited ads, you could literally make 20, 30, 40 bucks on limited ads, right? Could you imagine getting a video that hits 1 million views and you make $20? Like, no. So it's like a shadow ban, limited ads. And, you know, it's a headache that I'm nervous about, right? Emma says, what are your thoughts on neck knives? I love cutting the Columbia River knife to a minimalist. It's perfect for my job. CRKT. Here's my thing about neck knives. I sweat a fucking lot.
Hey,
okay.
bro, come on,
no, really,
my
Boosie.
dog.
All right.
Come on, man.
So I oftentimes don't want the sheath, even if I put it on top of a wife beater. I don't know if I would like to have that. I tried to do it. So Tops Knives sent me the ferret, and I tried to carry the ferret on my neck. I also tried to use the Boker, the dog tag. Is it the Boker dog tag? Field trip. Let me look that shit up. And I really was just trying to get down with, you know, really seeing, could I get used to carrying some stuff around my neck? And it was just like, I don't know. Let's see. Yes, the Boker. So this little Boker plus KTK dog tag knife. And you can actually get this outfitted so that you can wear this around your neck. I tried to wear this around the neck. It just felt so weird. You know, so it just felt so weird. Like, yeah. Let's see. I had a Victorinox and a case knife at 6 or 7. You were a farm kid. 100% makes sense. You know, the farm kiddos making that stuff happen. And even when we go out to the hunting property, I need to make sure I put that type of stuff in my kiddos' hands. What about American Blade, where I have zero experience with them, Gabe? I wouldn't even want to fake the funk. I've never handled them at a store, whether I walked into a brick and mortar. I've been to a couple of knife shows. I didn't stop by a booth if they were even there. So I don't even want to fake the funk. Like, oh yeah, they're great. You know, I wouldn't even want to freaking give you that type of fluff. But I will do this, guys. I really want you guys to, you know, kind of like lean in when it comes to some of these makers, right? Some of these makers, when it comes to this tier list, I'm going to just kind of give you an overview of the company. We're going to decide where the hell they go. And the first one I want to talk about is Three Rivers Manufacturing TRM knives. TRM knives. I own 2 TRM knives. One was sent to me. One was purchased by me, for disclosure. As we go through this list, if a company has sent me something, I'll let you know, okay? So TRM has sent me a knife. I bought a knife. I fucking love the TRM Atom. I love how fast I can change out the scales. It's super slicey, has American steel. They make it in America. Now, here's their warranty, guys. They have a lifetime warranty for defects in materials, construction, workmanship, but they get to determine if it's a defect. You don't get to fucking determine if it's a defect. You're going to see that as a pattern with these companies, okay? One thing I do like about their warranty is they warranty the knife, not the customer. So if I sell my TRM to any of you peasants in chat, me being the peasant in chief, or anybody else, they don't care. As long as it's an authentic TRM, they warranty the knife. I like that shit. I like that shit. I like that shit. Now, when it comes to value for money, me personally, I think their pricing is pretty fair. American steel, American made, American products. They're one step below production made. knives, because if they were production level knives, then there wouldn't be a waiting list a mile long for their knives. So for me personally, I am kind of like leaning towards putting them at the A tier. What do you guys think about that? I kind of want to put them at the A tier only because for the warranty process, they determine the defect. They determine if it's your fault because of sharpening or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of like I do like that, but like I don't know what will make something an S tier. I want to put them at A tier just to be safe to get started with. I don't want to just be all over the goddamn scrotum right off the rip.
Pause.
Okay, I just give them a little bit of time to kind of transition over from that, right? If that makes. So I think TRM kind of rests nice and neatly at the A tier. Now Hogue is for tactical bros. Hogue is for tactical bros. They lean heavy on knives. They also lean heavy on different type of armor and stuff. And then they also sell knives, right? And you know, so Dang Ross says, I have a titanium atom at TRM right now, having some work done to it. I'll let you know how that goes. Dang Ross, please let me know, because I haven't had to get anything warranted with them. So the atom that I have is the micarta, and they also sent me carbon fiber scales. I want to buy the titanium scales because, Dang Ross, I think you would agree, how fast you can change the scales on the atom is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous how fast you can change the scales. Like literally, if you have an electric precision screwdriver, you can make the change in probably under 15, 20 seconds. It's amazing. Now, Hogue is for the tactical bros. I only own 2 Hogue knives. They're both Decas. They just have different blade shapes on both of them. Now, Hogue has a lifetime warranty for replacement parts and labor. Here's the thing. If they find out that you disassembled and reassembled the knife, they almost always will not warranty the knife. This is just from customer reviews and also on their website. Also, Hogue will only warranty the original owner of the knife. Hogue is made in the USA and they sell to the military. So those are some bonus points, but I don't know about the warranty only to the original owner. And if they find out that you disassembled and reassembled the knife, that could almost immediately void the warranty. Like, what if you need to clean it out? What if you went hunting? It's for the tactical bros, right? What if you went out on a range or you went hunting, you got dust and dirt all in your stuff, you want to take it apart, clean the pivot out really good, and they find like that just makes me feel a little weird. I will say that the action on the Hogue, I absolutely love it. They styled themselves similar to the Axis lock on the Benchmade, being the trademark for Benchmade. They have the same similar type of mechanism. For me personally, I'm kind of putting them at B tier. I like the craftsmanship. I'm not a big fan of that whole reassembly type stuff. The pricing is fair as well, in my opinion. And there's so many fucking options. So many options, but they really are for the tactical bros. Mr. Goody says, have you ever looked into Montana Knife Company? I have signed up for their email list, Mr. Goody. I went to their Instagram. I signed up for their emails, and I allow them to send me emails. It seems like they do drops like every 4 days. Like every time I pull up my email, it's like, get ready, we're doing a drop tomorrow at midnight. But I haven't purchased a drop, and I haven't asked them to send me anything. Just kind of give you like the full extent of my experience with them. So I think that I'm kind of okay with Hogue being at a B. Now, Artisan Cutlery, they also own CJRB. Artisan Cutlery or CJRB, the same company. I think they may even own some other shit, but I think that here's their warranty. They have a lifetime warranties for defects, construction, workmanship, all that type of stuff. They also determine if it's a defect. They get to make the determination. They only do it for the original owner. And here's the thing. They have on their website explicitly, if they find out that you had disassembled the knife for any reason, you void your warranty. What the fuck is that type of shit?
What?
Really?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
At least with Hogue, they were saying like if you disassemble it and reassemble it incorrectly, that may void your warranty. Artisan Cutlery, CJRB, explicitly on their website says if they determine that you disassemble the knife, you void your warranty. Also, their knives are, I think the CJRB, a couple of CJRB knives that I own, I'm okay with. I'm okay for beater knives, but none of them are like, make me want write home to mom about. I'm kind of want to put them at C tier, mainly because the pricing is fair. You can get it easily on Amazon. But that whole warranty process, they're also not made in America. They're made all over the world, Taiwan and China. That kind of throws me off. And they don't sell to the military. They don't sell. When I say sell to the military, I mean at base exchanges. Can I walk if I'm still active duty? I like to take care of our troops. You know, I used to be active duty in the Marines, and I know I still have a lot of brothers that are active duty in the Marine Corps. I want them to be able to get some great knives as well. So I'm kind of putting them at C tier. Do I like having a CJRB in my pocket? Yeah, I do. But the warranty process, nah. There's never been a time when I thought to myself, oh, let me go check CJRB's website, check out the newest drop. I think that now another thing is, now that brings me on to CRKT, Columbia River Knife and Tool. So CRKT has a very rich heritage of knife making. They're very proud of their work. They have a limited lifetime warranties for materials and construction. You see the pattern with these warranties. They also get to determine if the defect is something that you caused or if it's from them. They only do it for the original owner. However, they do sell to the military, but they make most of their knives in Taiwan and China. CRKT, I've had some knives that when I got them, they were duds out the box. You know, some of them were just duds out the box. Not all of them, but a few of them. And I have not tried the warranty process. Pivot didn't work great. It's just, they're not really anything that's like super, that has me super excited. I'm kind of want to put them on a C tier. The pricing is fantastic. I think it's very fair. If you just go to their website and kind of take a look at what they offer, CRKT is kind of right there in the middle of the road. It's an easy suggestion type stuff, right? But I don't like the fact that I'm not a big fan. If you only, let's put it like this. If your warranty's only for the original owner, it's going to be really hard for me to bump you past the C tier. It really is, because if you're a tool company or a knife company, I feel like you should warranty your fucking knife. It's the knife, right? It's the knife. It doesn't matter who bought it. So that brings us to CRK, Chris Reeve Knives. And we know the story of Chris Reeve Knives, right? He started making knives in his garage in South Africa while he was in the South African Army. He got really good at it. He got out of the Army. He continued making knives in his garage. He eventually moved to Idaho and incorporated a business, him and his wife, and they've been fucking knocking that shit out the park ever since. People cream all over themselves for those knives, okay? Now, I don't own a CRK. I've handled one. I borrowed one for a week, and I was impressed with the Zahn. I was not impressed with, is it the 31 or the 21, whatever it's called? I didn't know that it wasn't double studded. The Zahn was double studded. Now, to be fair, when I went to Texas Blade Show, Texas, and I handled a Zahn for the first time, it was super stiff. And, you know, shout out to Grapevine Knife Company. They let me handle a Zahn the first time, and then they let me borrow one that was worked in out of Grapevine, Texas. It was way better. But that was one of the owner's Zahns. It was way better. But I had no clue that the 31 was not double studded. That's weird to me. You got to buy an additional stud, right? You know, so I don't know, kind of making that stuff happen. So, but when it comes to everything else, the craftsmanship, they have a lifetime warranty for defects in materials and all that type of stuff. Now, here's the thing. They say on their website must be an original design, meaning you can't upgrade the scales. You can't modify the pivots. You can't do any of that. If they find out you did any of that stuff, they're not going to warranty. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to warranty that stuff. Now, Dang Ross is saying you can also get the 31 with double studs. And so they told me that at the show, but when you put it in my hand for the first time, and I'm at peasant level, right? So every single peasant knife that I get is fucking double studded. And then you hand me a 31 and it's single studded. And I'm like, sir, what is going on here?
Come on now, dog.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
Agent Brian, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate that. More ladies in the chat. But no, like it's a fantastic thing where we're just trying to figure out, like, you know, I don't know. But when it comes to everything else about it, the sliciness, the fucking look of it, now the value, you know, I think the fact that they're making these things, I want to put CRK at an A tier. I want to put them at an A tier, mainly because of the Zon that was worked in, that I borrowed, those snail trails, the knife itself. It was a whole goddamn panty dropper, sir. Had me goddamn bricked up.
Pause.
I'm just saying this. It was just fantastic, okay? So I'm okay with the A tier. I'm not a big fan that it has to be an original design. They don't define that on their website. What the fuck does original design mean? I don't like that. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. One thing I do like, though, is when it's time to goddamn hydrate, come through, make that shit happen, sir. Take a goddamn water break. Yeah. Make sure you hydrate real quick, man. If you're part of the toilet squad, a couch potato, doing the goddamn dishes, sitting there rocking out with your goddamn cock out, man, take a goddamn sip of water. Ladies, make them goddamn hydrate. Put some goddamn water emojis in the chat, man. Put a goddamn water emoji in the chat. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. Get off that goddamn pole before you get dizzy. So, now this brings me to a brand that I love to fucking shit on. You hear me? No, really, I love to shit on goddamn Boker. I love it. Right? Dang Ross says, here we get Benchmade over here. Do I need to move Benchmade up? Appreciate the water emojis in the chat. Do I need to move goddamn Benchmade up, man? I'm just saying. Agent throwing the Benchmade, the water emojis in the chat. Jesse throwing the water emojis in the chat. We appreciate that stuff. I just know that Boker has one of my favorite knives. I almost considered a goddamn Grail knife. Field trip. So the Boker M4 is a lovely. It's one of my favorite knives. This is made out of an M4 Sherman tank from World War II. They make it in Germany. They get the parts from America. They ship it over to Germany. It's reminiscent of the camouflage paint used by the Army and the Marine Corps back during World War II. I love this fucking knife. They take great care with this knife. And then I get shitty ass knives from Boker where I can't believe some of the stuff that I got. I know it's going to jump out at me. Like, I get other knives from Boker that are absolute complete trash. The Magnum, it's not even popping up on here. But I got a Boker Magnum which was complete trash. And so it's kind of like I sent it in, and Boker slapped me with their warranty process. They have a lifetime warranty for any material defects or construction. Here's the thing that got me when I sent my knife into Boker. You're not allowed to disassemble the knife whatsoever. Guess what I did with my freaking Boker? Let me grab it real quick. Guess what I did with the shit? Guess what happened? Yes, I disassembled it. Here it is right here. So it's a button lock. You're supposed to also use it the same way to deploy the knife. I got it out. It had completely trash action on it. I took it apart trying to fix the shit myself, and I wasn't able to fix it. So I sent it into Boker. The first thing they asked me, they had a rep call me before I knew their rules. They said, hey, did you try to take it apart and fix it? I said, yeah, I took it apart. I tried to take a look at it. I wasn't able to do anything. She said, oh, well, we can't do anything. You took it apart. I said, what? Hold on, man. What are you talking about? Look.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I can't close it without using my hand. It was so bad. And I thought it would be a nice budget banger. It was like 29, 30 bucks. I was so disappointed in this shit. So it's like, I got the bomb ass M4 that I keep in a display case right behind me in my goddamn, near my liquor over there, my record player behind me, right? Love that knife, love the heritage about it, all that type of shit. And then we got this trash ass goddamn Boker Magnum. Here's another thing about Boker's warranty. Not only can you not disassemble it, when you send the knife in, you have to send it in. You also have to send them $14.95 in shipping, or they won't work on your fucking knife. No, really. If you forget to send $14.95, if you don't give them your email, and if you don't give them your phone number, they will destroy your knife after 60 days of having it in their facility. Which means they're not destroying shit. They're going to fix it, and a fucking employee's going to take that shit home. I'm not stupid. So I got to give you my left testicle, $14.95, some beef jerky, and I got to send the shit in. And oh, don't let you find out that I tried to work on the shit myself. It's a fucking wrap, sir. Boker. As much as I love that goddamn M4, sir, you're goddamn D tier, sir. Okay, we gotta make that shit happen. Sending them to the goddamn upper room.
Upper room, nigga.
Boker's in the upper room.
Upper room with Jesus.
Boker, you won't get any more of my money. You won't get any more of my goddamn hard-earned. This carbon-based human won't be giving you any more goddamn money, Boker. Fox Knives, I'm aiming in at you as well. Fox Knives, I'm aiming at you as well. I have the Fox Knives collaboration with Boker. Once again, I had no fucking clue. So I got the Boker USA. I bought it on shopmyexchange.com. I got the Boker USA Fox Radius G10 collaboration. I think I got it on sale. I think I spent like $150 of my hard-earned money on this shit. I had the same issue with the action. Who the fuck do I send it to? Do I send it to Fox in Italy? Do I send it to fucking Boker? I don't know. I am goddamn gun shy at this point. I don't know if I'm supposed to pull out or what, so I'm not even sure. I ended up just taking this shit to a local maker and just tell him to fucking work on the shit. Fox Knives, they coming through with some different bangers, okay? They're out of Italy. Here's their warranty. They have a 1-year warranty. 1 year. They will not cover any products purchased from e-commerce sites that they do not deem reliable. I don't even know what the fuck that means. So listen, I bought my knife from shopmyexchange.com. This website is called shopmyexchange.com. This is the base website. So if you're a veteran or active duty, you can go here, register, you can buy shit online, right? And I bought it from here. If I had to service it, would Fox not say that this is a reputable e-commerce site? I don't even know what that means. That they deem not reliable. So if I buy it on Amazon and it says shipped by Amazon, sold by Amazon, and it says the company is Fox Knives, is that not I don't even know what that means. So a 1-year warranty. They got this hazy ass definition when it comes to e-commerce, right? And they determine if it has any defects. But here's one thing, though. They warranty the knife. They don't care if you're the original owner. I do like that. They also sell to the military. You just saw I was on the base website. I do like that. But that 1 year warranty, I got to put you a D tier because I love the knife. I love it. But when I'm looking at you as a total package, listen, when you buy a pocket knife, guys, when you buy a pocket knife, in theory, the knife is supposed to be for the rest of your life. Pocket knives are not consumable items. Pocket knives are not, you know what I'm saying? They're not something that they're not a fucking pack of Twizzlers. Even though fucking Twizzlers seem to last for fucking ever,
Hey,
okay?
bro,
I'm not gonna
come
lie.
on now, dog.
No, I'm just saying.
Come on, man.
You don't fucking just use it and throw it out. It's supposed to be for life. You're supposed to give it to people. So if you tell me that you warranty the knife and after this freaking carbon-based human is dead in the dirt, that my sons could have the knife and you would still warranty, I like that shit. 1 fucking year? I don't care how fucking nice the knife is. No. Gerber. Gerber is a weird company, man. Because Gerber has this lifetime warranties, defects, materials, all that type of shit, right? They also warranty the knife. They don't care if you're the original owner. I like that. But here's the thing that they say. If they find out that the knife was used for industrial or commercial use, they're not going to warranty it. What does that mean? If you're in chat right now and you're an HVAC technician and you carry a Boker knife, is that commercial use? If you're in chat right now and you're an electrician and you carry a Gerber knife, is that commercial use? If you work for GM on the assembly line, is that industrial use? What does that mean? But you will warranty knives that you sell to the military because they sell tons of knives to the military. I have personal experience that the knives that they sell to the military are significantly better than the knives they sell to the public. I have a Gerber Fast Tanto that I have had since 2007, and it has been fantastic ever since. I rarely fucking oil it, and it just always works. I got the fucking Gerber Assert. That shit was fucking trash out the goddamn box.
Bro,
you hear me?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So you got this weird ass warranty process when it comes to industrial, commercial, and then your pricing is kind of atrocious. Your pricing is a little atrocious. Now your bottom of the barrel knives are always less than $100, and we feel real good about that. But when you try to compete with companies like TRM and Benchmade and We Knives and V Knives and Spyderco, your pricing seems a reach. Like, I'm going to put you guys at the C tier. Mostly because I don't know what the fucking industrial or commercial shit uses, okay? I'm unsure about that shit. O Knife, sir. Let's just go ahead and put O Knife at goddamn D tier, okay? So let's just put that shit down there right now, okay? O Light, O Knife, you know I love you guys. You send me free shit all the time. But O Knife, I don't think they're making their own knives. I think that they're a rebranded knife. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm not really sure. Until they get a little bit more time underneath their belt, I need to, before I can bump them up, I'm not ready to bump them up from D tier. They have a lifetime warranty, but they just started selling knives not too long ago. They get to determine if it's a defect. They warranty the knife regardless if you're the original owner. They make their shit mostly in Taiwan and China. But because they don't have a lot of time in the game, and I think that they're just, I'm pretty sure that a lot of their knives are Kaiser rebranded knives. They're so similar. So, O Knife, I'm putting you down there mainly because you need a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? We got to get you a little bit more on there. You know what I'm saying? Mike and Ike's EDC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Dang Ross says that Kaiser OEM 409. Yeah, see, Look at that knowledge. Learning has occurred. And I was just taking a guess, dang Ross, because I had both of them in my hands at the same time. Ladies, you know the procedures. Both of them in my hands at the same time. And it felt just Kaiser-y. I said, man, this sure does feels like a fucking bear. I don't know. So, you know, I need a little bit more sauce before we can really go with that shit. Microtech. Now, Microtech. You guys have a lifetime warranty for defects and workmanship, all that type of language. It's made in America. You don't sell to the military. I got to knock a point off for that. Your prices are too goddamn high for me personally. I'm just me personally. There's a lot of OTFs that are competing with you that are cheaper. I can go get a Benchmade OTF that's a little bit cheaper than Microtech. But here's the thing. They get to determine if it's a defect. And the thing about OTF knives, meaning out the front, if you're here and I'm using acronyms you've never heard of before, OTF stands for out the front. The thing about an OTF knife is that it happens, a couple of things happen. This is from my research. The knife either gets stuck out, meaning it won't go back in, or it gets stuck in and it won't go back out. So if you send it in a Microtech, they get to determine if it's a defect. I don't know. It's kind of pricey. They get to determine that shit. I'm going to give you a goddamn B tier because other than that, your fucking knives are incredibly well made. Incredibly well made. Pricing's kind of up there. And because OTFs are so technical in nature, I would love it if you were just like, take a picture of the knife. We're going to fucking warranty it. We don't care if you're a knucklehead and you just fumbled it and fucked it all up. Right? So I'm just saying. What up, Anthony, man? Thanks for stopping by. So now Buck Knives. Buck Knives is just goddamn near and dear to my heart. If you don't own a goddamn Buck knife, go ahead and bounce yourself up out of here. If you don't have a Buck knife, you don't have to leave. You can stay here. I'm just saying, but who doesn't have a Buck knife? My 14-year-old has a Buck knife. She has a Buck 112 Pro S30V steel. She fucking loves the knife. Okay. The Buck knife. Buck has this warranty. It's called a Buck Forever warranty. It's a lifetime warranty. They just gave it a fucking cheesy ass name. The Buck Forever warranty. Defects, construction, and workmanship, same pattern as some of the other companies, right? They warranty the knife regardless if you're the original owner. You go to fucking Walmart and buy a Buck knife, and then you hand it to a buddy, they warranty the knife. They don't care. Because they know they sell their knives in so many places. They sell their knives to the military. They sell their knives to the working man. Buck knife, they're almost a step away from goddamn selling their goddamn knives at gas stations.
What?
Okay, Buck, don't do it, Buck.
Bro,
okay.
What are you talking about, man?
Your knives are all over the place. They're almost becoming like a goddamn $2 whore. They're really close. Because I can get one at Club Walmart. I can get one at Shop My Exchange. I can get one all over the goddamn place. Now, of course, we all love. Do they have Buck knives here? Let me see. Yeah, they got plenty of Buck knives on the base website. So I can get Buck on the base website. Oh, they got some freaking nice boomsticks on here. Okay, let me stay focused. So Buck knives, fantastic. But I will say this. You can definitely tell the difference between an American-made Buck and a Chinese-made Buck. I have a Buck Bantam. It's very affordable. It's like 20-something bucks. It's Chinese-made Buck. It's kind of fucking trashy. Then I got my Buck 110 and my Buck 112s and all that type of shit. And it's just night and day difference. Prices are reasonable. I think they have really good work, craftsmanship. For me personally, I'm giving them a B tier, mainly because as awesome as I think that they are, because you have such a big difference between your Chinese-made knives and your American-made knives, leads me to believe that there's something going on with QC, with quality control. Because if you have a quality control department that can fly over to Taiwan, fly over to China, or look at your facility in America, your knives should all be at that same type of level. But other than that, it's a goddamn Buck. Now, Boker made it on here twice. I didn't originally come up with this list, so we'll go back now. Now, Ontario Knife Company. I have an Ontario Rat 2. Some of their knives are made in America. Is Ontario going out of business? Have they been purchased? Have they been saved? Have those jobs been saved up there in Ontario, New York? Ontario knives are globally source their knives. They also make some of their knives in America. A lot of their fixed blade knives are made in America. A lot of their folders are made in Taiwan. So I've seen some YouTube videos where it says Ontario is going out of business. I tried to contact them to see if I can get any more. I went to their website to see if there was a press release. No press release. I think there's a little deception behind that, right? Because their website clearly states they have a lifetime warranty. Their website clearly states that they can warranty the knife and everything's going to be good to go. Now, here's the thing. The lifetime warranty is only for the US made buck knives. I had no fucking clue.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
One of my favorite Ontario knives is the Ontario Rat 1. It's made in Taiwan. I love it. Had no clue that I don't get a lifetime warranty. I only got a 1-year warranty. It's been a year. My warranty's up on that knife. Also don't know if they're getting sold, if they're going to stay in business. I have no goddamn clue. What I do have a clue of is I got the goddamn fattest ass on YouTube. Battalion Stallion, stand up, ma'am. Coming through with the first time super chat, sir. The next and better, John Lavelle. Make content you want to make. We support you, peasant king, sir. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate that. I'm not sure, like, where is OKC going? Where are they going? Because you have this wishy-washy ass warranty process for your knives in different places. I'm not sure if you're going out of business. I kind of want to put you at a D tier. You treat your Taiwan knives different from your American made knives. It's a fantastic knife, but I didn't know that I'm SOL when it comes to my goddamn Rat 1 and my Rat 2. I didn't know until I went to your fucking website for this goddamn tier list. Sog. What's going on, Sog? What is going on, Sog? I think we can go over the goddamn. Let me see if Sog is selling shit on the base website. I think Sog is. So it looks like they're not. So let me see. Midway. Let's go to Midway USA. Sog is a really weird company right now. They always have their goddamn knives on this incredible sale, right? It leads me to believe, like, are you rebranding your knives? Your shit's always on sale. And it's always on a crazy sale. You know what I'm saying? And says you expect a lifetime warranty on a $25 knife. It's not that I expect it. It's just that if you choose to treat some of your knives differently, you know, I get to put you down there, right? It's just, SOG, I'm not sure what to put you because, listen, when I was in the Marine Corps, SOG used to compete ferociously for military contracts. Their SOG, the knives that SOG sells to active duty Marines are God tier. The goddamn knives that SOG sells to active duty Marines that you can't buy as a civilian are God tier. Just like the Gerber knives that are sold to active duty Marines and soldiers are God tier. And then you get the bullshit they sell to the goddamn commercial market. And I don't know what to think. So SOG's warranty is a lifetime warranty for defects. They determine if it's a defect. They also warranty the knife. They don't warranty the original owner. I like that. They do free sharpening as well. So they do lifetime sharpening. That was the first of all these brands. They were the first one on their website with very explicitly said they do free sharpening. Right? So because of their selection, because it doesn't matter if it's a freaking $20 knife or a $140 knife, I like that variation. I just don't know how seriously you're going to continue to push forward. I'm still going to put you up there with the C tier because you have such a big selection. I do like that sharpening aspect of it as well. That's a fantastic thing. Another thing that's fantastic, sir, LPG, would you like to come to the front of the classroom? Are you interested in coming to the front of the classroom? Battalion Stallion, stand up, ma'am. Goddamn fattest ass on YouTube. Look at that shit. Don't tell me she ain't got the fattest ass on YouTube. Coming through with the $20 super chat says Klein stainless steel pocket knife, 1 5/8 inch steel blade number 44032. It's made in Japan. Nice hardwood handle insert. Great for mail and boxes. Let me check that out. While I check that out, ladies, put them goddamn titties on my screen real quick. Coming through with that goddamn $20 super chat. You know they have to make an appearance real quick while we look up this goddamn Klein. Now, Klein is known for their electrical tools. They're known for their electrical tools. I had no clue that they were pumping out knives as well. Make sure y'all make that shit up. Grab that goddamn bag, ladies. A fantastic thing. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. Get off that pole before you hurt yourselves. We may need you later on. Watch them goddamn titties. The stainless steel pocket knife. First off, I love that wood inlay. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it has a nice, I like the way that shit looks. So this looks like a little nail nick. So this is a Japanese, is it Japanese steel? Is the steel Japanese and they make it somewhere else, or is the whole knife made in Japan? This is actually, oh my God, look how thin that shit is. This is the perfect knife. How much is the shit on their website? So if I buy it at, so it's between 43 and 60 bucks. Okay. So if I go to Acme Tools, it's $43, 44 bucks. It's a little pricey. I do like that wood inlay, but it's a little pricey. I can get a wood inlay type of, like I can get a Civivi element, what is it? Civivi with a wood inlay or no, wood scales, not an inlay, for probably around the same price, maybe a little bit cheaper. But this will be the good knife to keep in the armrest of your truck, right? This will be a nice little knife to keep in the armrest of your truck. My favorite knife to keep in the armrest of my truck is the Boker scalpel. Like, now, as much as I fucking shit on Boker, this is a knife from Boker that has given me no issues. You know why? Because it doesn't have anything to fucking fold, okay? That's why. This is what I keep in the cab of my truck. This is what I use to open. Like, listen, when you're sitting in your vehicle, it's hard to get your pocket knife out sometimes. First world problems, I know. It's a fucking first world problem. But, you know, I get a lot of shit sent to me for this YouTube channel. This is my go-to knife to open up shit when I go to my P.O. box. And you can get it on Blade HQ, I think, for $35. So it's a little cheaper on Blade HQ. D2 is like the kissing cousin, like a super, super, super downgraded version of S30V. But this is just from my research. I might be wrong. But I'm a big fan of those type of cab type of knives. Kershaw is near and dear to my heart. Kershaw was, I don't know. Here's the thing about Kershaw. Kershaw is really good about collaborating with knife makers. They pay knife makers, brands, people to design knives. They have the Kershaw Dividend, the Kershaw Leak. They have a great selection of American-made knives. They also have some decent Taiwanese-made knives. Kershaw's warranty is a lifetime warranty for defects, blah, blah, blah. They get to determine if it's a defect. They don't care if you're the original owner. I like that shit. They don't sell to the military. However, you do have to send them $7. You have to send them $7. How they're not going to destroy your shit after 70 days or after 60 days like fucking Boker though. But for shipping and handling purposes, you have to send them $7. Me personally, Kershaw, I had a Kershaw Leak. I bought 5 of them. I gave a bunch of them to my buddies, and I kept the copper version for myself. I'm just saying, Boosie, I like to, you know.
Bro, come on.
I gave them the lesser than, okay?
Come on, man.
I dropped my Kershaw Leak on the ground. The Kershaw Leak is a flipper. It also has I think it has a thumb stud. And it wouldn't open anymore. I didn't want to take it apart. I had zero issues with their warranty process. It was my fault, I think. I dropped it on a hard concrete floor here in my man cave. This is a garage floor. I dropped it down there. I sent it into them. They determined it was a defect by them. They fucking did the goddamn warranty process, man. Really? He says last time I heard the whole thing was in Japan. Okay. Got it. It's crazy. So I'm a big fan of the seamless issue I had with it. Here's the companies that I've done warranty processes with on this list have been Boker, have been Kershaw. We're going to get to Benchmade, Tactile Knife, and I know there's another one that I'm forgetting about. Oh, V-Knives. We'll talk about them here in a second. But I had no issues with them. They have a great selection of shit. They don't care where the shit comes from. I'm listen, I know it I'm kind of want to put them up there with the B tier. Because the $7 part, I'm okay. I can eat that. It was a little iffy. But the experience I had, I thought was pretty good. Now, this is anecdotal. This is my opinion. Y'all might be thinking this guy's a fucking knucklehead. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I understand that, okay? ZT. I don't own a ZT knife, but I borrowed a ZT knife. Grapevine, out here in Grapevine, Texas, I was able to borrow a ZT knife. I thought it was pretty great. Now I'm very interested in owning a goddamn ZT. Zero tolerance knives, it just felt like that they really, really take great care of their goddamn knives. Lifetime warranty on the materials and construction and workmanship. They warranty it regardless if you're not the original owner. And they make their knives in America. I think their pricing for the type of knives that they're putting out is fair. And when I talked to the owner of the knife shop in Grapevine, Texas, he says that people have no issues with the warranty process with ZT. Now, I don't know if you guys would argue with putting them at A tier. I don't know if we can argue about that. Is that something that can be genuinely argued about, right? The only thing that I would knock them down for is that they don't sell to the military. That's the only thing that's kind of like pushing me away from S tier, to be honest with you. I know that I think TRM and Chris Reeve are higher quality, but they're kind of neck and neck. But if they sold to the military, TRM doesn't sell to the military, Chris Reeve doesn't sell to the military, ZT doesn't sell to the military. That's kind of why I got them all at that A tier. We Knife and Civivi, same company, different level of knives. All right. We Knife and Civivi, same company, different level of knives. They also own Sincut. So We Knife has Sincut, Civivi, and then they have We Knife. So it's a good, better, best type of system when it comes to We Knives. So they have like a good, better, and best, right? Okay, so you think that ZT has fallen behind because of their design. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I would say this, that I have a very close relationship with We Knives and Civivi. So I'm very jaded. I'm very biased. I've only bought one knife from Civivi. Every other fucking knife I own from Civivi and from We Knives have been sent to me. The Praxis, the Mini Praxis, Elementum 1, Elementum 2. We Knife, some goofy ass, the Banter, the Big Banter, the Baby Banter. We Knife and Civivi, respectively. They sent me some scent cut knives. They sent me this big ass, the Bahalter, the big ass, ugly ass knife that I gave away. Their warranties are a lifetime warranty on workmanship. They determine if it's a defect. They don't care if you're the original owner. They make their shit in Taiwan and China. Their pricing is super fair. I think We Knife is trying to compete with the likes of like Benchmade and TRM. They keep their pricing like one step below that, right? But I don't know how I feel that none of their knives are made in America. They don't sell to the military. And I don't have any real experience with their warranty process. I want to put both We Knife and Civivi kind of like Civivi just because it's a lower, you know, it's not the same level as We Knife. And We Knife is kind of like, I don't have any personal experience with the warranty process. And they don't make anything in America. And they also don't sell to the military. Because I told you guys the few criteria that I'm working off of, I kind of want to keep them gatekeep them at B tier and C tier respectively. Now I could argue that Civivi could probably bump up to B tier, but you know, We Knife purposely has the higher end in their We Knife brand. So Rochambeau EDC says, did I miss something? A Hinder or a Milford is missing. The reason that they're missing is because I've never put my phalanges on them. I don't even want to fake the funk and put them on this list if I'm just going to be giving you my opinion based on watching YouTube University, looking at other creators' content. You know, I wouldn't be able to really give an opinion. There's some other knives on this list that were just on here by default that I've never touched either. And we'll talk about that here in a second. QSP, the Penguin, QSP Penguin. Love it. Great price. Lifetime warranty, material craftsmanship, all that good stuff. They determine if it's a defect. QSP only wants to warranty the original owner. I think they do that because they sell all over the place. They're a big Amazon seller. I don't know if it's because they're worried about resellers or what. %. So Ann says, I feel like you're getting way more for the Civivi than you are for You know what, Ann? I think I can 100% agree with that. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can agree with that. That you are getting a lot more value. And I think you could argue that they could be swapped out. Oh my God, CPM is coming through. CPM would never. He says they're S tier. Listen, I know you own a couple of those expensive ass. Let's go look up one of those goddamn. The Cigar Rogoff. I can't even pronounce that shit, so I can't even pronounce that shit.
What?
I'm just, okay, listen. Let's look that shit up.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Because I know that you are, it's because single-handedly, because of CPM, 6 months ago, CPM came in one of my live streams. He said, X, I know you're a Benchmade sheet. Fuck Benchmade. He told me to goddamn boot goddamn Benchmade up out of there, okay? Now, I didn't listen to him, but what I did listen to CPM is he said you really need to start to focus on, you have really got to focus on knife makers instead of knife brands. He sent me a bunch of literature. I didn't read all this shit because you sent me a fucking lot, okay? You sent me a whole lot of that shit, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Come on now, dog.
No, he sent a lot.
Come on, man.
But ever since then, I really started to focus on, you know, knife makers. But these fucking prices for this brand are out of this world, sir. Yes, they're S tier. They could be, rather. Minus they don't sell to the military. Are they all? I'm assuming they're made in the USA. I don't fucking know. Look at these prices. $900, $2,300, $1,400. I mean, you gotta have some goddamn big britches for that type of shit. Battalion, Stallion, stand up, ma'am. The fattest ass on YouTube. Coming through with a $20 super chat. He says, after watching your awesome stream, I just purchased the Z-Willing ProTech PC steak knife set number 3843 5 minutes ago. Wait, you got a new steak knife set? Listen, the thing I like about steak knife sets or kitchen sets in general, I can run those things through my Work Sharp sharpener system. And I've had my same Costco brand knife set since goddamn 2011. They're made in Russia, says Ann. Okay. And it's a fantastic thing. Ladies, get on this goddamn screen while I look this shit up real quick, man. I'm just saying. with the $20 super chat, making that shit happen. Let me look this shit up real quick, man. $249, sir. We making that shit happen. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. Put a goddamn BDE in the chat. Ladies, get off that fucking pole before you hurt yourselves. Go watch them goddamn titties. We may need you later on. Stand by to stand by. So, LPG literally just picked up this steak knife set. Okay, so do you guys lean heavy into your kitchen cutlery as well? Like, listen, we talk about EDC stuff. We talk about fixies. But the only difference between the shit you use in the kitchen and the shit that you use in the garage, or when you're helping a buddy move, or when you're at a goddamn store and they're strapping some furniture to the back of your truck and you need to cut the twine, or whatever the case may be, literally is portability. That's the biggest difference. So do you guys lean as heavy into that shit? So I really want to lean heavier into my kitchenware, but my work sharpening system just keeps sharpening my boring ass Costco set, and it keeps slicing stuff. Today I literally cut the backbone out of a Cornish hen, 2 Cornish hens, like it was goddamn butter. You hear me? That shit was fucking fantastic.
He needs some milk.
No, I don't need no goddamn milk. I need a freaking fantastic action in the kitchen like that shit, man. Piranha, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. He says, we probably should be an A bracket. They're expensive and great steel. The only downfall is made in China to cut the production costs, right? Okay, so you're near Houston. If you ever find yourself down there, okay. I'm up in the Dallas area, but I'm all over the place. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button as a reminder, sir. Let that shit happen.
Are you not entertained?
You know what, Piranha? I don't know if I'm gonna make any. So Piranha saying that he thinks that We Knife should be bumped up to A tier. But here's the thing. I docked them a couple of points, Piranha. So here's the thing I'm grading, just to remind you guys how I'm grading these companies. Are they made in the USA? The warranty process. Do they offer any additional services like sharpening or whatever? You know, spa services. Some companies call it a spa service. Benchmade has a fucking cheesy ass spa service too. Do they sell to vets? And then overall value. I had to bump We Knives down because they're not made in America and they don't sell to the military. And I guess they can get bumped down again because they didn't offer any services on their website. So QSP I think can comfortably sit with their warranty, right? QSP I think can comfortably sit right up there next to Civivi. The pricing similar, the knives give me the same type of vibe. The QSP Penguins are easy. Listen, the QSP Penguin, the CRKT Tuna, the Civivi Elementum are my 3 most recommended knives. I have one of my buddies, Technically T. He runs a tech channel, right? He runs a tech channel, and he asked me, he said, X, what will be, I need a pocket knife. I'm using scissors to open up boxes. What would you recommend? I said, go get yourself a CRKT Tuna or go get yourself a Civivi Elementum. You're going to be just fine. He bought the Civivi Elementum. He's fucking been loving it ever since. Literally, another tech YouTuber reached out to me, asked me which one would I recommend. He wanted to spend a little bit more money. He wanted something super lightweight. I told him you're going to be okay. If you want something super lightweight, I'm talking about less than 3 ounces. Unfortunately, maybe fortunately, I recommended the Benchmade bug out. Okay, I'm just,
bro, come on now,
I get it.
dog. Come on, man.
I think he's in Austria or one of those countries in Europe. He got himself a bug out. So it just really depends. He says, who's at the top right? Can you zoom in? The top right on the screen itself. I think it is We Knives. Yeah, so right now at the top is, I can zoom in a little bit. Let me see how much I can zoom in and still keep it on the screen. There we go. All right, we'll zoom in right there. So we got TRM, CRK, and ZT at the top right now. Now, Spyderco. Oh, this was the other company I did a warranty process with Spyderco. So I did a warranty process with my paramilitary 2 with Spyderco. I got the most shitty experience ever. Shittiest experience ever. Now, I can't blame the people who put the process in place. I have to blame the literal young lady, the broad that answered the phone, who took care of me. It was just a really shitty process. They have a lifetime warranty, material craftsmanship. They determine if it's a defect. They determined that they also determined that if you have any issues, so I missharpened my Spyderco. Let me grab it for you. All right, so on my PM2 or paramilitary 2, I fucked up the sharpening process, right? So if you can see there, as I was sharpening it, I kind of dug a little bit too much into the blade, jacked it up a little bit. It still works great. I need to clean up the blade a little bit. I use it, but it was a really, really crappy. They ended up fixing it for me. I had a lot of issues with the actual knife itself. They ended up fixing it for me, but they did charge me a small fee because they determined that the defect was not because of them. I think that they determined that because I did a shitty job sharpening it. Now, my Spyderco, I customized mine. I put a topo design on it with my laser engraver and all that type of stuff. But this is how it's supposed to look, right? So my PM3, so I fucked it up. And I think they docked me for it. I wasn't a fan of that shit. It was a small fee. I think they charged me like $25 or some shit like that. It wasn't like a lot, but I just wasn't a fan of how I was treated. And this is not me, you know, I didn't present myself as a YouTuber or no shit like that. I presented myself as a customer who bought your shit. They sell to the military. They're made in Golden, Colorado. Do they make any of their knives overseas? Can anybody let me know? I know a lot of their knives are made in Golden, Colorado, but are they making any of their knives overseas? They have so many fucking knives. Like, but when it comes to the look of the knife, the use of it, whether it is these knives I have here, or if I look at my Delica, if I look at my, I can't remember some of these other Spydercos I have. Like, I love the look, the feel, the use case of Spyderco knives. But it's just, me personally, I want to put them up there because of just the options they have, the pricing overall. I'm not going to knock them too much when it comes to the they make some in Italy, Japan, Taiwan, and China. Okay, gotcha. You know, so I don't want to knock that specific rep because it was a really shitty process, but overall, I think they're a really good company. The value is there for their knives. If you want to get yourself a Delica, you can easily spend less than $100 on a Spyderco and feel like you didn't get freaking fucked in the ass. 100%. I'm just saying, okay?
Pause.
I'm just saying. Let's see. So yeah, I'm going to keep them at B. What do you guys think about that? Is that a solid position for Spyderco? Is that a solid position for them? I think I'm okay with that. Now, then we also have to think about Victorinox. Good old Victorinox. And with Victorinox, it's like they mostly lean heavy into sacks, right? They mostly lean heavy into sacks, Swiss Army knives. And wait, does Victorinox make regular knives? Can somebody let me know that? Put that in chat. If Victorinox makes, I know Leatherman every now and again will drop a regular knife. But does Victorinox make regular knives? One thing I would say about Victorinox is I love the variety. And I have Victorinox goddamn fingernail clippers. I got goddamn Victorinox that only have scissors on them. There's so much variety. Their warranty is a lifetime warranty for construction and craftsmanship. They warranty the item. They don't warranty the owner. And they make, see, look at this. Neil says that he has Victorinox kitchen knives. Look at that. But you know, a lot of companies are expanding into cutlery, into kitchen cutlery. Benchmade is expanding into that shit. I think Spyderco as well. So it just depends. Hold on one moment. I unplugged myself. I unplugged myself. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Ian says, I came here and he put X and 8s here. He says he's going to bed. No, listen, if you rewind it, Ian, and then catch back up with the live, you will kind of understand why we put CRK where we put CRK. So I'm a big fan of it, but do they make any type of knife that I can put in my pocket, fold up, and use it on my daily carry? That's something that's interesting. Field trip, let's look that shit up real quick. So Victorinox pocket knife. Do they make pocket knives? Okay, so they do. They do have regular ass knives. I had no clue. They make watches, knives, all sorts of shit. $120. Why is this $120? It has a freaking long ass lanyard, which leads me to believe it doesn't have a pocket clip. It does have a pocket clip, and it has a lanyard. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like lanyards on my knife unless it doesn't have a pocket clip. But why is this? What makes this $120? Made of 5 functions. I mean, like, what is the blade? Why is it $120? So anyways, I like the fact that they're all over the place. I think it's a great value if you want to get a knife into your pocket via a sack, right? And the warranty process, from what I've read on Reddit, I did go to Victorinox subreddit. It seems like no one has issues with the warranty process. I'm kind of want to put them at B tier because it's just like they have such a large selection. They don't sell to the military. I got to dock them for that. Obviously, it's not an American company, so they're not made in America, so I got to dock them for that. They don't offer any sharpening services or spa services. I got to dock them for that. But the value is there. I don't know why that fucking knife was $120. But other than that, the value is there in my opinion. Now, I got to add a couple of fixies on here, right? We got to have a couple of fixies on here. So we got 3 fixies now. Essie tops knives in Spartan. Essie's tops knives in Spartan. Now, Essie, I own 3 Essie knives. I own an Essie number 4, a Essie Kandaru, and an Essie I can't remember the other one. So the Essie Kandaru is named after a catfish in the Amazon. They got a lot of weird naming conventions, right? Right? So R says, doesn't the military choose who to buy from, not the other way around? So that's a good question. This is my experience with that. So military contracts are written like my job in the Marine Corps. I was a contracting officer. I wrote military contracts. So if I had a unit that had a requirement, it could be anything from, they needed me to buy a fucking goat, literally a goat or a pig, so that they can practice sunken chest wounds. Because I would have Marines that would buy goats or pigs in Afghanistan. They would shoot the pig. They would practice sunken chest wounds, practice applying first aid. Or I would write contracts for gymnasiums or wells or shitters or porta johns, stuff like that, all over the world. So that's one type of selling to the military. The other type of selling to the military is done by DECA. It's underneath the DOD. I have a good friend that works for DECA. And the way it works, DECA directly supplies the materials to the base website. That the grocery store or the exchange and also the liquor store. Anybody can compete for DECA contracts. I don't want to dive too deep, but there's a website. When DECA puts out a requirement, anybody can compete for it. So that means one of two things has happened with Victorinox. They haven't won the contracts because they weren't competitive enough, or if they've never submitted for the contracts. So to answer your question, Ant, technically the military, the DECA does choose, but everyone has a fair shot. Everybody has a fair shot. So when I say they don't sell, a lot of times it means that it normally, and when I say they don't sell, it normally means that they haven't even put themselves out there for it. Because I'm not going to lie to you, there's a lot of requirements to sell your shit to DECA. Here's an example. If you sell your stuff to the base website, you cannot change your prices if the market changes prices. I'll give you an example. The Benchmade bug out on shopmyexchange.com is near the price that it was when it was released in the summer of 2017. Okay. The Benchmade bug out is near the price that it was when it was released in 2017 to the general public. So let's see how much it is right now. So right now, if I want to, I can go to the base website. I can get a Benchmade bug out for $124. If I want to get the black version, $124. You can't buy a Benchmade bug out on Blade HQ or Amazon or Knife Center, any of those places. The market has made Benchmade has decided to raise their prices. They can't do that with the base website. So a lot of companies are not interested. They don't want to, be stuck at selling their stuff when they know they can get more money somewhere else. So, actually, that kind of just caught my attention. Leatherman, huh? Leatherman K2. I know Leatherman does have knives. I just never really given them a whirl. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've never really given them a whirl. $69. He says this dude is living in pre-pandemic pricing. F me. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff for they don't raise their prices. So we got the bench. You can pick up a Benchmade for $124. I mean, it's not bad. But if I go look this shit up on Blade HQ, it's probably same exact version. Somebody look this shit up. Let me know how much this shit is on a Benchmade with a black coated Benchmade with black scales. How much is that shit anywhere else on the internet? So Essie, their pricing, I think that their pricing on some of their knives is fair if you compare it with Tops Knives, Bradford, shit like that. So but I'm a big fan of their knives. I love the fact that they're made in America. They are a very well-rounded company. I think they're putting out some quality stuff. I'm going to put them up here when it comes to B tier. Because when it comes to a Fixie, other than the fact that they don't sell to the military, and they also don't offer any other type of services on their website. Tops Knives, same thing. Tops Knives makes every single one of their knives except for one in America. Tops Knives makes every single one of their knives except for one in America. The only knife they don't make in America are their folding knives. Now, they just came out with the new folder, the Mini Scandi F-G, which stands for G10 scales. I don't know if that one's made in America, but the original Mini Scandi. So Ann says that right now the bug out between $170 and $190. $170, $190. So, but they have a great warranty. Tops Knives is super active on social media. I mean, they're live like every day on goddamn Instagram. Tater Don, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. So it's just their pricing. I do believe that some of Tops knives, full disclosure, they sent me a lot of free shit. But I think some of their knives are pricey. You can go get yourself like a Tops knife ferret. And, you know, so let's see. If I want to get a Tops knives ferret, right? So I can get myself a Tops knives ferret, and I spent about $85. I own this knife. They sent it to me. I don't know if I would spend $85 on this knife. $10.95. So it's $10.95 blade steel. It's the same type of blade steel that they use on K-bars that they issued to Marines in World War II. Doable, right? But why would I spend $85 on that when I can get like a SE? Let me see. How much is the SE Candero? There's so many like knives that are like right there competing in that category, which are around a similar price point. So I can save $10, get a SE Candero. If I don't want scales on it, because you can also buy this without scales, you can save even more money. They're both small fixed blade knives. They're both made in America. I own both of these knives. So it's like, the ferret is nice, but I don't know how I feel about that $85 price. So, oh my God, that bull trout, I would love if I can get that shit. But other than that, they don't sell to the military on the base website. They have a lifetime warranty. I want to comfortably put them because they offer such a large selection of knives. I really want to put them in the B tier. Now, Spartan. Who suggested Spartan? Because I don't own a Spartan knife. I do own a Spartan whiskey flask, which is a fucking weird thing, though, right?
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I own a Spartan whiskey flask. I don't even know how I got my hands on that shit. So let me look that shit up. Field trip. So Spartan knives, whiskey flask. I don't know if they sell that anymore. Yeah, I don't think they sell it anymore. I don't know if it was a specialty item or what, but I literally have a Spartan whiskey flask. But whoever suggested Spartan blades, Spartan knives, where would you put them? I quickly looked them up. They do have a lifetime warranty. They make their knives in America. They don't sell to the military. I mean, like the pricing scheme, does it put them in anything that would make you want to, their pricing scheme? What is something super similar to like the Tops knives ferret or the SE Candero? Because this pricing, I don't know what these blade steels are made of. Let's check this one out right here. The Invo. So $88. I actually really like that price. It's a little bit bigger than the ferret. I love the way that shit looks. Oh my God, I love the way that shit looks. The what is this blade steel? So it's wait a minute, it's a AUS 8A blade steel. I mean, I'm not gonna automatically shit on it. It's AUS 8A, but that doesn't mean that they didn't really heat treat it really well. It couldn't be, you know, this might be CNC machine. It might have a fantastic heat treatment. There's no telling. But $88, when I can get like $10.95, where I can get like, I don't know, $88 for that. I'm kind of wanting to put them like that blade, that steel. Like I kind of want to put them in B tier because the heat treatment I think is something that might bring them to an A, keep them in a B tier. And I know they have a good reputation, but they don't make all their knives in America. The knife we just looked at was made in Taiwan. It was made in Taiwan. What was not made in Taiwan was the Battalion Stallion, man. Stand up, ma'am. Fattest ass on YouTube. Coming through making that shit happen. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Coming through with the $20 super chat. The Spartan blades are great. Their fixed blades are tops. I gotta go with your suggestion, man. Another thing I gotta go with is put these goddamn titties on my screen real quick. Hydrate real quick, man. Make that shit happen real quick. With the $20 super chat. We appreciate that, man. Oh, I love my ladies. All of them. Any of them get it freaking twice on Sunday. Every time they make an appearance, it makes me feel good in my heart. I'm just saying. Ladies, get off that fucking pole. Grab that bag and pick that shit up off the floor. That's straight up and down diaper money, man. I appreciate that super chat, man. Now, V-Knives, me and V-Knives are, I don't like V-Knives pricing. Let's start there. I do not like their pricing. Let's start there. They do sell to the military, right? So we got V. Can I get it to pop up? So I own the V-Knife Poseidon, right? I kind of feel like I got cheated with this knife. And I 100% wanted a knife with titanium scales. I looked at all the YouTube videos about it. It seemed like it was a really good deal. I bought it on sale here on the base website for $185. I got it and I was like, nah, it didn't really impress me. It's D2 steel. And it's not very slicey. I was kind of like, actually it's so 154 CM. Is 154 CM, it's like equivalent to like a D2, is it not? It's just something about this knife. It just doesn't really impress me. Another thing I don't like about it, my thumb stud, the coloring on my thumb stud, this knife doesn't get carried very often. The paint on my thumb stud is already starting to wear off. The paint on my hardware is already starting to wear off. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, they have a good warranty process. They make their knives all over the place. Some are made in America, some are made in Taiwan. But the value's not there for me. I think they're trying to keep up with the folks that are offering those type of shit, right? And says they see those in hardware stores. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, I think they're a solid C tier. Lifetime warranty. They do sell to the military. But I think that the money you're paying is not there when it comes to the blade steel and shit like that. Tactile Knife Company. Full disclosure, Tactile Knife Company have sent me all sorts of shit. They have sent me all sorts of shit. So my favorite knife from Tactile Knife Company has to be the Bear. Those copper scales, I think it's copper scales, or is it brass? The patina on that thing, all that shit is just fucking fantastic. Let me grab it. It's fantastic. But it's kind of like, you know, I do like the walk and talk on this thing. It sounds great. It has Magna Cut steel, which is Magna Cut. Everybody and their mom is fucking creaming themselves for fucking Magna Cut, right? I like it. I love the patina I'm starting to get on this thing when I carry it. It did have a lanyard on it. I took that shit off. Now, I did just buy a slip from Three Sons Leather so I can carry this shit in my pocket. Super slicey. Now, the warranty process was very easy for me. I did have an issue with this knife. I live in Dallas, Texas, right? Tactile knife, Tactile turns in Dallas, Texas. I went there to do a shop tour. I just simply took this knife there. They did the warranty process. No big deal, right? But I don't know what that experience would be like for anybody else. They knew who I was. They had this taken care of for me the same day. Would that be, it wouldn't be the same experience for everybody. They have a lifetime warranty. They determine if it's a defect, all that type of stuff. But would the experience be the same for everybody? I don't know. But the pricing, they are 100%, I think, when it comes to the type of knives they're putting out, the value they're putting out, I think the pricing makes sense. They are competing. They are trying to compete with TRM, ZT. They are not coming out here and swinging for. They are not coming out here and swinging for the shortstop. They are swinging for home runs. For me personally, my experience with them is an A tier. This is my experience. The only thing is they don't sell to the military. They don't offer spa services. They sharpen my shit because I live in Dallas. I asked them while I was there. I said, hey, if someone sends a knife in, will you sharpen it for free? They were like, no, we would sharpen it for $5. And we would also have to see how busy we are. So I was like, okay. So for me, it's an A tier. The Maverick had a lot of issues when it first came out earlier this year, especially when it came to the pivot. Now, they sent me the Maverick, and I like it. My Maverick was fine. I know that when they sent the Maverick to, I don't know if it was Everyday Minimalist or they sent it to another YouTuber, we were having some issues. But it's an A tier for me. An A tier for me would also be the Battalion Stallion Stand Up, ma'am. Coming through with the goddamn $20 super chat. I'm put the lady. I'm gonna let the ladies chill for now. Spartan. Oh no, wait, that's not the one you sent. Let me see. Right here. He says, check out the Frike knives are my two favorite from Spartan. Let me check that out real quick. Appreciate that, man. Spartan. Let me see. Field trip. So this is a self-defense looking knife, they say. They say this knife is wow. First of all, the initial look of it is gorgeous. This is a USA. Okay, so this is a USA made Spartan. The one we looked at earlier was a Taiwanese Spartan, right? The presentation on this thing, fucking top notch. Now, obviously, they do great product photography. It looks really good. Of course, if you put a couple of rounds in there, a couple of tracer rounds in there, you're going to catch my attention. But this is a freaking gorgeous looking knife. Oh, my God. So this thing is coming in. You can choose your blade. It's G10 scale color. You can choose the color of your sheath. This one has S45VN, so this is a high-end blade steel. Okay. I don't have anything to directly compare that to, though. Like, what would I compare this to that would also be, like, same type of, would it be the SE number 6, maybe? Like, I'm trying to think, like, what can I compare that to when it comes to the overall self-defense utilitarian nature of the knife? I own the SC number 4, but what you just showed me gives me a lot of vibes of the SC number 6. Let me see if I can find one that has a little bit more pictures. So this Spartan and the SC number 6, nah, I don't think they're in the same ballpark. I don't know if they're in maybe the Guardian from Bradford. Like, what would I compare that to? What would I compare that to? Interesting. Benchmade. Benchmade. Oh my God, I haven't heard that in so long. He says high speed, low drag. Sir, 100%. Oh my gosh, I love that shit. Good head on your shoulders, sir. Good head on your shoulders. Benchmade, Benchmade, Benchmade. Listen, guys, you know I'm a Benchmade sheep. I own I think I own 5 Benchmade bug outs in different variations. Partial serration, 3 different mini bug outs, aluminum scales, carbon fiber scales, plastic scales. But the new bailout that they came out with the titanium scales for fucking $600 is an absolutely shitty ass deal. No, it's not a good deal. Why would I spend $600 on the Benchmade bailout with titanium scales when I can just buy the bailout for $270 and buy scales for $96? They do sell to the military. They have a lifetime warranty for defects. It's made in America. They have a lifetime sharpening program. They have a spa service, but their pricing is getting out of control. They started hinting at this with the mini bug out. So listen, the original bug out came out in 2017. And you got to think about what was going on in 2017. Early in 2017, Fox Knives came out with a knife that was just had everybody going crazy. Spyderco dropped the PM3. Out of nowhere, Benchmade dropped the bug out, and it was the lightest pocket knife on the market. It had these like ultra high-end feeling they're plastic scales, right? I don't care what you call them. They're the material, the baseline material is plastic. Super thin blade, S30V steel. And it was like the premier price was like $135. Now, Ant just said that they're between $170, $190. Nothing about the bug out has changed except for the fucking price. It's gone up. Right? Ian says it says the 3V bailout, you can get it for $100. Yeah. 100%. If I don't want the M4, I can get the 3V bug out bailout and save even more money. But nah, there's a lot of things about Benchmade that just makes me, the pricing, they've had a few environmental things. They had this big ass spill in Oregon where they contaminated the local creek for the people's drinking water. They had to spend like $13,000 to clean that up. They had that controversy where the police department asked them to destroy some weapons. Now, to be fair to Benchmade, those weapons are getting destroyed no matter what. Those are weapons that were confiscated from criminals. They already had concrete in the barrels. They were 100% not useless. But the police department asked Benchmade to destroy it. And then like some fucking knuckleheads, Benchmade let them fucking film it. Like, what were y'all thinking about? Why would you?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I guarantee there's a lot of companies around America where local police departments are saying, hey, we have these freaking guns from criminals. They're non-functioning. We've already put concrete down the barrels. They're not going to be resold. We don't have the materials to destroy them. Can you destroy them for us? Right? I thought Groovy was more similar to FRN. I thought so too. When I was watching Sharice's video about the bailout, he said it's like a high-end plastic, and he's a knife maker, so I just kind of went with him. But I'm the peasant in chief. What do I fucking know, you know? So for me personally, I kind of want to put Benchmade right now at B tier. I don't care that they're coming out with the Narrows and the Anthem, and they're coming out with the bailout, and they also got the goddamn Adamas and the Crooked River. The Balisongs from the 1980s. They're fantastic knives they were making in 1995. But because of the pricing, because they seem to be caring less and less about the customer, I don't want to put them up there with TRM, with CRK. I don't. Now, the rest of this, oh, guys, what is this logo? You know I'm the peasant in chief. What is this logo? Let me zoom in a little bit. I might even own this fucking... What is this logo right here? The one I'm moving around. I don't even know what that fucking is. The rest of these knives, The rest of these knives I don't own. I might own this. I don't know what the fuck this is. The rest of these I don't own. They were already on the list, so I can't give you my opinion about them. Except for this one. I might fucking own this shit. Ain't no fucking telling. Boosie, I'm sorry. I don't even fucking know, man. I'm just...
Bro, come on now, dog.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Kaiser. Okay. Kaiser. Yeah, I don't own Kaiser. The Kaiser Bear is the only one I used to own, and I gave it away. So I can speak on Kaiser. I can't speak on ProTech. I don't own any of these. I've never handled Best Tech, Emerson, Viper. I've never handled any of these. So I can't speak to those. But when it comes to the I can't speak on Kaiser. So for me personally, I think that Kaiser, when it comes to their pricing schemes and their value, is fucking phenomenal. The Sheepdog, the Bear, anything else that they're dropping, I think the value is there. They're like equivalent to Wee knives with Civivi pricing. They're like equivalent to Wee knives with like Civivi pricing. They're very accessible. You can buy them on Amazon, Blade HQ. You can go to their website. And I really like the pricing. I'm going to put them solidly in B tier. Mainly because I know for a fact they don't sell to the military. I don't know the warranty. I will have to go look that up. I don't have that information written down. I'm looking at my notes here. I don't even have information written down about them. The rest of this list. Now this list, this is from tiermaker.com. These other brands were already on here. So I'm not even going to speak on these, but this is my list as it stands right now. Who would I bump up to S tier? Like if I exclude the rest of my criteria, I'm going to be real with you guys. If I exclude the rest of my criteria, who sells to the military and all the other shit, I'm going to be real with you. If I had to have it, I will bump TRM to S tier and I will bump Microtech to S tier. CRK is cool and all, but I don't like all the fucking options. Oh, you can get it double studded. You can get it single studded. You got to work the knife in when you first get it. I don't like that. Like, Ian, you own a Zon. How long did it take you to break your Zon in? I don't like that. Yeah, I'm familiar with Cold Steel. Listen, the thing about, I love Cold Steel. I love Cold Steel. I didn't put them on the list. And there's other knives that I own. I didn't put them on the list for the sake of, me talking. I already talk for fucking ever. The thing I like the most about Cold Steel, and they have the fucking best commercials ever, sir. 100%. Have you seen Cold Steel's goddamn commercials? Cold Steel, oh my God. Cold Steel literally has some of the most cheesy and like some of the most heartwarming commercials ever. Let me check this person out here. Hold on. Let me look at this shit here. Like Cold Steel has some of the cheesiest shit that they sell goddamn swords. Cold Steel sells maces. You can buy goddamn shields from Cold Steel. They manufacture the shit. We can watch the shit without the goddamn, we'll just let it play as I talk. They have some of the freaking the cheesiest ass commercials, and I fucking love it. So I remember literally I moved to Dallas in 1997, and I can remember a Cold Steel catalog. And look at this guy. This dude is literally wearing a tie with a goddamn tie pin on it, chopping goddamn beef from a goddamn cow. I love their commercials. I think they have the cheesiest and the best commercials on the YouTube universities. Like, look at this shit. Hold on, let me unmute it because I want to know, is he saying anything? No, he's not. He's just chopping shit. Like, who else is doing these freaking cheesy ass goddamn commercials, man? Who else is doing this shit? Nobody. Is Benchmade gonna freaking torture test some shit? Can I go to their website right now and buy some goddamn damn, oh my God.
It's an enormous advantage in any fight. This thing is a room wrecker, a yard wrecker, a street wrecker. It's just unbelievable, the cutting power in this beautiful sword.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who else is doing this shit? This hog is about to get it. 100%. So yeah, I like Cole still. But I mostly like him for their cheesiness. If you get what I'm saying, man. That is my tier maker list, man. My tier maker list for these companies out here nowadays. There's companies I could have added to. I think I'll do this again. I'll add more companies to it because I own so many knives. You can't even see it, but my EDC knives are stored in this, and I have a 62-inch Husky toolbox right next to the 72-inch Husky toolbox full of EDC gear. And so just for sake of brevity, I didn't put every goddamn maker on the list, but I'll probably end up doing it again. I will probably end up doing it again. Ian says, when did I start doing the membership goals? I started that, I don't know, probably a month ago or so. We always want more folks to join the battalion. We also have live stream sponsors and stuff like that. Whoever does the largest dono or sends the largest cash app becomes a live stream sponsor. So yeah, we like to do different type of stuff, man. Mix it up a little bit, which is just so freaking amazing. Hey, make sure you check the links. If you want to check out live stream sponsor TISFA for their amazing freaking cigar products and cigar accessories, we will love that as well. Let me see if I missed anything in chat. Put a Q colon in front of your stuff if you want me to actually read your comment. Sometimes I miss it because I'm talking and running my mouth. American Blade Works, Titanium Atom, no love for Hinder. It's not necessarily no love for them. He says I'll cook them as well. Listen, my experience with Boker was just so bad, Drift. It was so bad. He says I love O-Light, but I cannot pull the trigger on O-Knife. If you like Kaiser, you'll like O-Knife. But until I get a little bit more, then I don't know. And Ontario got sold to Blue Ridge Knives. Okay. That's what I thought I saw on the press release but I wasn't sure if it was 100% official. I definitely see SOG in the exchange. Not sure why they aren't on Shop My Exchange. Yeah, if you physically go into the exchange, Derek, you definitely see knives that are on the website. And I might have just been, not looking at it right or whatever. Simplify says SOG is his favorite. Kershaw leak 100%. Mike and Ike's is an OG. I don't recommend the leak because it is a weird blade shape that people aren't a big fan of. If they've never had a knife before, I really want to steer them towards a drop point. So if you don't own a pocket knife, I do try to steer people towards a drop point, something they'll be familiar with. And it says, I love my Spyderco knives. Mine all have Japanese blade. Yeah, so the VG10 is Japanese blade steel. I think that is this one right here. Yeah, so I think this is no, this isn't. I don't think this is a Japanese. Is this Japanese blade steel? So this one, it says Golden Colorado, but is the blade still Japanese? I don't know, because I know like the PM2 is S45 VN. You see where I fucked up that sharpening? Oh my God, I hate myself. I hate myself. Look at that shit. Oh, I'm so fucking, it still works just fine. Works just fine. And I fucked my tip up. I dipped my tip in acid one time. I don't know if you can see it on here. So the tip of my PM2, I was actually acid washing my pool last summer, and I used the tip of my PM2. This is why you shouldn't use your pocket knife for stupid shit. I used the tip of my paramilitary 2 to open up the next bottle of acid, and a little bit of the acid got on the tip of my blade, and I fucked this shit up. So fucking pissed. So, it is what it is, man. You live and you learn. Don't use your fucking pocket knife to do stupid shit, because you will immediately fucking regret it. Do you hear me, man? Immediate regret. I like the LC200 and Spyderco's. They're definitely trying to expand. So this LC200N is like taking over, and Spyderco's leading the way with that. I don't know how many other knife makers are gonna dive into it, but where did it come from? Like, so yeah, it's made in Golden, but where did they acquire the steel from? Right? Where did they acquire the steel from? Casey, thanks for stopping by, man. Says, how's it going? And he says, aluminum black would get it back right. Send me the Piranha. Email me the... Wait, let me look that up. You said... I might need to add that to my maintenance kit. Listen, I'm always looking to add new maintenance shit to my stuff. Okay, so you're saying that if I buy this, I can get this stuff back. It's a metal finish. How much does this shit cost? $8.99. Add to cart. Sir, 100%, sir. Appreciate that. Good head on your shoulders. Add to cart. Because I might as well get, is it gonna mess up the coating? The black coating of the blade? I don't want it to mess up the black coating. Because if I can use this shit to fix the tip of my paramilitary tube, that will be great. It has been bugging me since last summer that I fucked that shit up. So he says the CTS BDN1 is an American-made steel. Okay, so this is an American-made steel. You live and you learn. I didn't know that shit. Appreciate that. Carpenter made, which means, okay, USA produced. Yeah, so it's 100%. But I thank you for that suggestion, Piranha. We're definitely going to be paid, especially $9. Why the fuck not? Why would I not freaking scoop that shit up? You may have to apply a couple of coats. Listen, the way I do EDC knife maintenance is I normally will sit down, and you can't really see it, but like right behind this curtain is... So the rest of my man cave is right over here, but on this husky little work area over here, that's where I do knife sharpening, knife maintenance. And I normally would turn on a NASCAR race, and I sit there. I have a TV right here. I'll sit down, turn on a NASCAR race, and I would just fucking spot treat my knives. And it doesn't really matter how long it takes. So if I got to do a couple of coats, we'll do a couple of coats. For fucking $9, we might as well make that shit happen. And so he's saying that LCN 200 is a marine grade steel that has been around for a while. It's been pushed out. Now, that's the thing. So marine grade. So it can be used near water, right? So I guess it has a great corrosion resistance, would be my assumption. X, please point me in the direction to a good fixed blade besides Adamas and the Azula. So I don't own the fixed blade Adamas. I own the folder Adamas and the Azula. So Dark Tree, what do you mean by good? Because I don't have a lot of experience with fixies. The fixies that I own all serve a purpose. So for instance, I have fixed blade knives that I use specifically to cut the freaking bladder and the butthole out of a fresh kill when I go hunting. Do you want that knife? I have fixed blade knives that are filleted by Tops knives that I use to cut the lats off a deer when I hunt. Do you want that knife? I rarely EDC fixed blades. If I do, it's a Tops knives ferret because it's nice and small. But I don't really like to carry fixed blades because I don't really like Cadex sheaths. And I know I can buy a nice slip, a full tank specifically for camping. Okay, so for something like that, you want to beat up on it for camping. You want to be able to hit it with a log, right? I don't know. Dark Tree, I don't want to steer you wrong because I don't camp. I guess technically I do camp because when I go hunting, I sleep in the bed of my truck. So I own a my truck has a 6'6" bed on it, and I'm 6'2". So I literally just get in the bed of my truck and I sleep in the bed of my truck when I go hunting. And I have a mosquito net, a sleeping bag, easy. I can give you suggestions for the fit. How about I do this, Dark Tree? I can tell you the fixed blades I use when I go hunting, and then you can tell me if any of those would work for you. Hold on, let me grab a couple. Well, the rest of them are literally are my hunting kit. So now this is not going to work for you, obviously, for camping, because this is for filleting animals or whatever, whether it's fish or whatever. This is a top-notch fillet knife. I love this thing, but you're not going to use this shit camping. But I would say this, the Benchmade Bushcrafter, I think that's what this called. This here is something that I 100% have no issues using when I'm hunting. What I use this shit for, so my hunting property has cows on it. Whenever we go hunting, we have to, obviously, the cows and the horses that are out there, we have to bring them back towards the main part of the house, right? And for this, there's a certain part where we actually have to, construct, like corral them in, because we don't have any actual areas for the cows. We allow people to put cows on the property so they can absolutely keep the grass down for us. But I use this a lot when I'm at the hunting property. But I don't use this when it comes to the animals themselves. So it does have the tang that you want, but do I like it? Does it stay on my hip when I'm hunting? 100%. And I'm a big fan of the sheep. And I'm a Benchmade sheep, right? Big, beefy, lengthy. I think you can pick this up for, actually, I don't even know if you can get this for less than 200 nowadays. The way that Benchmade is doing their shit, I don't even know if you can make that shit happen. I would easily take this hunting on a campsite with me. Right? Let me see how much this shit is right now. Let me see how much this shit is right now. So let's see. They don't have it anymore. $200. Yeah, that's pricey, right? Another thing that you can look at is the SE number 4. I don't have it in my EDC storage area. It's actually in one of my hunting loadouts because hunting season's about to start. But let me see. I don't own this specific. So that's $250. I don't own that one, but I have the. So the Bush. Okay, so on the exchange is $179. It's probably not this price everywhere else. It's probably like $200. But I can't sing the praises of this knife anymore. Derek is saying the Cold Steel CRK. Let's look that up. Ooh, wow. Is this full tang? I don't think this is this full tang? I don't think it is. But I mean, Derek is saying you can beat this up and camping. Okay, Dark Tree, put it like this. Would you be willing to roll the dice on a $35 knife? It's made by Cold Steel. You know they're fucking goofy as shit, but they make some decent knives. But look at the ratings. Over 900 ratings at 4.7 stars. I mean, could you do whittling with this? Probably. Could you hit this with a log? Maybe not. I can't tell if this is full tang. But I think I would be willing to roll the dice for fucking $35. right? Or you can even get the SK for $47. It looks like the price, the price stays pretty consistent. No, it's not full tang, says Ant. Okay. Yeah, so even though it's not full tang, for $35, like, you know, and then they have it here. Oh, it has a lot of reviews. Over 2,000, almost 3,000 reviews on this knife. And I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, Dark Tree. If full tang is a must-have, the only advice I can give you is a SC number 4, a SC number 6, or the Benchmade Bushcrafter, because those are the only ones I own that will meet your criteria. I also own the Gerber Infantry Knife number 2, but you don't want that shit, right? You're not going to want that shit. Like, it's not going to be something that you're 100% trying to bring with you. So, and this one has a little bit of partial serration, which I like if you're trying to cut rope and shit like that. And it has a glass breaker. So when you put this into a sheath, you can use that as a glass breaker, or you can use it as a hammer. So while it's in a sheath, you can hold it like this, and you can actually use it as a hammer. But, you know, this is a big, I wouldn't take this camping though. It's kind of overkill. So it's really up to you. This is a well-made Gerber though. Some Gerbers, like I say, are really shitty. This is not a shitty Gerber. So it is really up to you. So CRKT, okay, so that is $80. Man, come on, man. Columbia River coming through with that shit. Oh my gosh. This one has over almost 600 reviews, 4.7 stars. Yeah, Dark Tree. Me personally, I'm kind of a big fan of rolling the dice on stuff like this. I am kind of a big fan on that. Kaiser Baby Fixed. This one looks interesting as well. This is full tang. I actually think I like this one a little bit more. And you're saving $20. You got a lot of different options. I think I would probably go with this Kaiser Baby Fix. Kaiser, we know a lot about Kaisers. Their warranty process, I think, is a little bit better than CRKT. And only thing is, it's only 4.3 stars. So, you know, you got to think about that. You really got to think about that. But hey, I mean, for less than $100 on these full tang knives, you're going to be beaten up with logs at a campsite. You know, let's see. I'm not sure if you can find a better survival knife for the money. Field trip. Let's look that shit up. The Terravava. I can't pronounce that shit. How do you? Oh my God, sir. I need to give you a goddamn link so you can call in and tell me how to fucking pronounce the second part of that shit. So let me see. Where's a good price for that? Let's just go to their website. Okay, so it's between $46 and $89. It's not bad. So if you don't want a sheath, you can get it for $46. If you want a sheath, then, you know, there it is. Well, of course, you show a little picture of you doing a little bit of whittling, sir. We're going to like that. Making a little bit of kindling. We're going to like that type of shit. I mean, hey, you got to give them for the goddamn product photography, okay? Dark Tree, you got to buy this knife because of the effort they took into the goddamn photos. You know what I'm saying? They got freaking out here in the woods, looking off like they're making album covers. Like this dude looked like he's making an album cover for a Christian album. He's looking off into the distance. He looks like he's right out of the Old Testament. He's making an album cover for a goddamn Christian album. Yeah, that's not bad. Here, I'll drop the link for this, man. I'll drop the link for this. Go check it out. You might be able to find you a... It might work for you. Less than $100. He says it's not garbage. Oh, man. Absolutely. Hey, guys, I appreciate y'all stopping by for another one. Get off the goddamn screen. Get off that screen so you can see me, man. I appreciate y'all stopping by once again for another live stream. A lot of places you could have went, but for some reason, he says, wow, I was just going to say for a Christian album. Hey, it does get those vibes, right? It's a lot of places you could have went, but for some reason, you stopped by here, and I appreciate that shit, Clayton. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, guys, make sure you turn on those alerts for the next time I go live. Make sure you also keep the alerts up. I'm going to be dropping a video probably tomorrow about 10 must-have items in your vehicle that are required for EDC. Yeah, jumper cables and shit like that, but I got a couple of surprises for you, so look out for that as well. We will speak soon.